Well, good afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome to Amman Jordan. We're live here at the Prince Hamza, a Group C fixture in the FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian Qualifiers between Iraq and Syria. Group C, in which both teams desperately need the win. It is the first round of the qualifiers, and this will be the final window to see which top three teams will go on to round two. It's game day 5. It's a big game. Syria, of course, coming off the back of a very close encounter against Iran, while Iraq sitting rock bottom of Group C. The only victory Syria have had so far here in the qualifiers was indeed against Iraq. And they'll be looking to go 2-0 to try and further cement the top three position. Well, Jordan will be in action later on today. They'll take on Iran, while on the 5th of July, Syria will play Iran, while Jordan, still currently undefeated in this Group C, will play the final game of Window 3 in Round 1 against Syria. We'll take a look at the standings so far here in Group C. Undefeated Jordan, top of the group, and looking in pole position to qualify potentially for another FIBA Basketball World Cup, while Iran, only that one defeat they have so far against Jordan, they sit at 3-1.
With number 15,
well, top three teams, as mentioned, will go on to round 3. Well, round 2, excuse me, the second round. Looking at these Iraqi players, I mean, there's some very talented individuals. You just seen the likes of Mohammed Al-Khafaji coming out to the lineup. Well, there's how Hashemi, the key player you want to look out for in this game is going to be Hamoudi. Hamoudi's got to be a go-to option, number 1. But it's up against a very solid team in the likes of Syria. Syria, no doubt, led by their talisman, their combo point shooting guide, and that is going to be number 11, Dante Lamont McGill, because he's been fantastic, a very big scoring option in all of their games. Well, Syria, of course, they qualified. Have never qualified for a FIBA Basketball World Cup. They've been to 7 FIBA Asia Cups. Like I said, this country has had a tradition of producing some very fine basketball talent. There indeed is Dante Lamont McGill. Well, this team knows today a win is going to put them in pole position here in Window 3. Top 3 clubs in Group C, or top 3 countries, excuse me, in Group C. We've already seen Jordan are undefeated. They're looking in good shape already, followed up by Iran, and then Syria holding on to that 3rd place. A win today would no doubt get them the head-to-head that is much needed against Iraq. But now it's the best part of the day, as he will stand for the national anthems of both Syria and Iraq.
Stand up for national anthem, and we start with the national anthem of Iraq. يرجى الاستمرار بالوقوف في حال مقطع عزف النشيد الوطني السوري. Please remain standing for the national anthem of Syria.
National anthems of both Syria and Iraq have indeed been sung, and now players will come mid-court, shake each other's hands, and pay each other homage. as we just get set to introduce 4 very important people for tonight's game. And those 4 people are 3 referees and 1 commissioner and technical delegate. Well, here at FIBA, we're very proud to say we have 3 of the very finest in world basketball. So you can see our 3 referees. From Lebanon, we have Rama Nujaim. From Indonesia, we have Budi Marfan. And from Thailand, we have Natapong Jontapa. The technical delegate for tonight's game is Samson Anikalia.
From Thailand, Rabah Hajim. From Lebanon,
Two of those referees, Budi Marfan and Natapong Jontapa, have done a magnificent job in the most recent BCL Asia. Part of the FIBA Club competition tonight, it's all about national team duty. So the big thank you to all of our officials who've done a magnificent job, and tonight will be no different for the excellence. We'll take a look at the starting 5s of both Iraq and Syria very soon. I just imagine the key player that's going to be a defensive nightmare for Iraq is going to be Dante Lamont McGill. But we'll see how things pan out. Well, Iraq may not possess the same depth tonight as the Syrians. Possibly not so much the same scoring prowess in the backcourt in the likes of Dante Lamont McGill, but you can count on this team for 40 minutes. They're going to give everything they can. So Al-Zahari, along with Hamoudi, is going to be one of their leading scorers, and Murad Zekwi. Now, Ali Yusuf is also going to be a key option for them. Well, the final player in the starting lineup will be Ali Ismail. Coach Radif Al-Azawi knows it's going to be a tough test tonight, but not impossible. The key thing for Iraq today is not only to win, but to ensure that they, can do their very best to try and win the potential head-to-head. They have to win this game by 9 points to ensure any head-to-head on the possibility of a tied record. That is going to be a tough test. Well, there he is, Hemel Mustafa Radif Al-Azawi, head coach of Iraq. Knows that the foundations definitely are bright for the future of Iraqi basketball, but it's all about the now. Well, in the case of Syria, now we have mentioned a lot about Dante Lamont McGill. Now the other players in the starting lineup, Mohammed Bilal Adli will be a key player to look out for. Well, also the likes of Christian James Marwan and Omar Idelbi, who's been one of their key players in the first 2 windows. Yusuf Abdullah, also in the starting lineups, was also David Hermes. David Hermes coming off the bench tonight here for the Syrians. Well, Syria, coach, if you go back to the very early roots of FIBA continental competitions, played once in a different continent, of course, and obviously times have changed, but Mohammed Haitham Jalil, head coach of this national team. A lot of changes we've seen in these FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers for Syria if you go back to the previous World Cup qualifiers, as well as the Asia Cup qualifiers, but like I see, the foundations will get stronger and stronger for both countries as these competitions progress into the future, and that's the beauty of having these windows. National federations get more chances with their teams to get together, more practices, more games, and a great way to get the fans following national team programs. Well, there is one of our key referees. Now, interesting note about one of our referees tonight. Now, our referee coming from Lebanon, indeed, Rabanu Jaim. Not only is he a magnificent international basketball referee, he's also a very good chef. He runs a very exquisite Lebanese restaurant in Beirut, Lebanon. If you ever get a chance to travel to Beirut, a beautiful place, stop by his restaurant. Well, the official countdown to tip-off is underway. The official sponsor, the Tissot Countdown to Tip-Off. A big thank you to Tissot for many decades of an excellent partnership in collaboration with FIBA International Basketball.
والآن مع التشكيلة الأساسية.
Both countries, of course, looking to imprint their national basketball, let's say DNA on the international map. Neither have ever gone to a FIBA Basketball World Cup. An interesting note about Iraq, though. Go back nearly a century, 1948 Basketball Olympics in London. Came last place. That's one part of their basketball history. A little bit of a legacy to look up to, if you like. Because both countries have magnificent clubs that are represented in the FIBA Vassal. Because Dante Lamont McGill, the main go-to player for Syria, he's actually played in the 2024 FIBA Vassal. Played 1 game where he scored 33 points. Welcome, everybody, live here in Amman, Jordan. 3rd window of the FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian Qualifiers. It's Syria versus Iran. Iran winning the tip Iraq, excuse me, Iraq winning the tip. Just throwing it back to Syria on that play. Nice backdoor play. Gets inside the paint, but gets blocked by both the backboard. And of course, the post interior defense. Syria. Now getting an ad one inside the paint. Beautiful basketball. And that's a great way for them to begin. Well, that's two good opportunities. Of course, Syria have had inside the paint. Iraq just showing a little bit of frailties with the post interior defense. Mohamed Bilal Atlil. Converting the three-point play. Now we're going to see Iraq have to break down the full court pressure coming from Syria. It's a matchup man-to-man defense. Iraq trying to run a high ball screen. Ali Yusuf now having to go handoff. Syria's defense just trying to be compact as possible, very aggressive. There comes a double team. Well, that's great anticipation from the weak side. Iraq trying to go for a paint entry into Ihab al-Zuhairi. Just right there. Very good read on the defense by Mohamed Bilal Adli. Well, you got to make something happen. Time is winding down. Putting up a circus shot, unable to come up with it. And now Syria, led by Delby in transition. Well, that time it was a penetration by Dante Lamont McGill, but unfortunately just lost control of it. Yusuf Abdullah was wide open in the corner, but unable to get the kick-out three-point look. Remember, the head-to-head is in favor currently of Syria. Iraq must win by 9 points. Bit of a free opening goes in, gets rejected. Well, here come the Syrians, a 3-on-2 in transition. Makes the extra pass, that's good transition defense from Iraq. Iraq forcing the turnover. Now they have an opening. Will go all the way and level things up. Well, excuse me, cut it down to a 1-point deficit.
Number 1 from
Hamoudi in transition. It's a key foundation to Syria's offense. Forcing turnovers and quickly converting into transition buckets. Syria going to a dribble handoff. Yusuf Abdullah. Now they find McGill. Time is winding down. That's going to be a 24-second violation. And one more time, Iraq showing a lot of perseverance here on the defense. Very well organized. Not allowing Syria to get into the paint. Iraq looking to take the lead here. For a dribble kickoff. Well, he was wide open under the basket, but good hands on defense. Well, very well anticipated that time by Christian James Maran. Iraq get it back on the baseline. Because sometimes for a team like Syria, when you do have that 8-point cushion in this head-to-head, sometimes lethargy can be a little bit prevalent. That time not giving away any offensive rebounds. Iraq will get this back on the baseline. Iraq know if they want to win tonight, specifically by 9 points, second chance opportunity points are going to be crucial. Iraq trying to find some stability in their offense. As now Zekri's got to put up a tough three from no man's land. That's not going to go. But again, Syria failing to take care of the rebounds. Omar Delby just getting caught, not boxing out, so Iraq get it back with a fresh 14. Bit of a frustrating spell defensively here for Syria. Iraq. This is a nice dribble kick out. Now another one down the middle, pulls up mid-range, and a foul is going to be called. And that's going to be called against Marwan. So 2 free throws coming up for Ali Ismail. Well, that's much better play by Iraq's backcourt. Just trying to be a little bit more spaced out. A few more penetrations. Trying to get into the danger areas. Well, Ali Ismail so far averaging 6.3 points along with just under 3 rebounds. Because in 2 games against both Iran and Jordan, he did have 7 points. He's never had double figures so far here in the qualifiers. This is better from Syria, getting an open look. time unable to convert it. Now Iraq just trying to keep this under control. Again, going to another paint entry. Syria's defense collapsing. Oh, had a good look. Got to make this one. Followed up with an offensive rebound, and there you have it. Second chance points. And who else?
2 points
Hamoudi.
by number 1 for the team of Iraq.
Already 2 field goals, one in transition, the other one coming up the back of an offensive rebound. But it does give Iraq a 2-point lead. Iraq don't want to allow any time or space with Dante Lamont McGill. And that's going to be a traveling violation. Omar Delby, just to have a look here. Here's the, oh yeah, the extra step. Good call by the official. Two-point lead currently. Ali Yusuf having to kick this one back out. Iraq. Can they extend to a 2-possession lead? It's another good look from the 3-point line. Front eye, but comes up again with another offensive rebound. And that's going to be a second team foul against Syria. Now, is it on Yusuf Abdullah? Let's have a look here. Or is it on Mohamed Bilal Adli? Oh, I think that's on Yusuf Abdullah. Little seal-off in the paint. Syria come with a double team.
For the team of Syria.
Now going for a tough contested fadeaway. That's not going to go. Can Syria level things up? Can they take the lead with a 3-pointer? McGill going behind the back. Nice kick out. Contested 3 in the corner. Iraq not allowing any offensive rebounds. Syria want to get the ball ahead. Try to go quickly here. Always wanted to go inside the paint. Marwan trying to be a defensive nuisance. Another 3 goes flying. That's way off the mark. Syria need a little bit more movement in their offense. Can they get it on this play? McGill going baseline. Syria's ball reversal now culminates in a penetration. Now leveling things up at 5 apiece. Good take to the basket by Yusuf Abdullah. Bit of a struggle offensively for both teams. There's a kick out. Iraq again just trying to get into the danger areas, and that's too much on it. That's going to be an unforced turnover. Well, Ihab al-Zuhairi made the great seal-off in the paint. Gave an option, but the pass just wasn't good enough. Right now, both teams trying to discover that offensive identity. Trying to build a bit of a steam going forward. Gill trying to break down the defense. Syria getting a wide open look from the 3-point line. This one will go. Now will build their confidence, giving Syria a 3-point lead. Delby getting his first field goal. Iraq trying to respond down the other end. 3-pointer no good. McGill wants to push this one. Steps up the turbo, bit of contact. Now count it. He'll go to the free throw line. Well, he is a certified walking bucket. Dante Lamont McGill.
For the team of Iraq.
Because interesting note about McGill is he actually has played in a continental FIBA competition. That was back in 2024 in the FIBA Vassal when he played that one game for Al-Wadda. Nearly had a triple-double with 33 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists away from a triple-double that night. Now giving Syria a 6-point lead. Iraq just beating the 8-second violation. Nearly turning it over. 10 on the shot clock now here for Iraq. Time winding down. They're going to have to go for something. Nice little pump fake. Got to shoot it. Contested 3 is up. That's not going to count. And now Syria want to run. Dante time indeed. A lot of contact. Has the accidental basketball kick out, as the late great Kobe Bryant would say. And a foul is going to be called on the ground against Ali Yusuf. Well, this is the, as the late great Kobe Bryant would say, accidental basketball. It's a penetration into nowhere. And I hope that somebody's open when you kick out anything, but that was good transition defense from Iraq. A lot of congestion here for Syria. Inside the paint, the follow-up, and another foul is going to be called. This one will be on the ground. It's going to be Iraq's fourth and final team foul to give away.
Fouled by player number 0 for the team of Iraq. Substitution for the team of Iraq.
The foul is on Ihab Al-Zaheri. Change coming in for Iraq is now Mohammed Al-Khafaji is into the lineup. Still a 6-point lead. McGill being chased everywhere on defense. Kicking out for the mid-range. That one's tucked away, so better offense here from Syria. Neatly done by Mohammed Bilal Adli. Now moving up to 5 points. Second field goal for him. Iraq gotta find some scoring. Getting in the paints with a sweet little finish. Straight off the bench, Mohammed Al-Khafaji. Well, points in the paint, another crucial factor. Almost as important as the second chance points. Still Iraq trail by 6. Still winless here in the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers. Oh, nice passing. Wow, nearly finishing. But that was a very beautiful offensive moment from Syria. It's now Dante Lamont McGill going to the free throw line.
Fouled by player number 1 for the team of
Foul is
Iraq.
going to be called against Hamoudi.
Substitution for the team of Iraq. Number 1 out, number 8 in.
Well, that's a big reason they brought him into the national team. Because so far in the 2 games he has actually played in the second window, he's been averaging 26.5 points. Because he had 34 points in that 8-point victory against Iraq. 19 the other night when they narrowly lost to Iran. And, you know, had they won that game against Iran, this game could have been very relevant. Could have been, potentially. It's all about getting to the second round after this window. This is window 3 of the FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian Qualifiers. Now we're under 3 minutes to go. 6 seconds remain on the shot clock here for Iraq. They got to shoot this one off balance, but the bank is open. Well, again,
2 points.
solid play coming off the bench by Mohammed Al-Khafaji. Syria this time dribbling into traffic and turning it over. Can Iraq convert this into a transition bucket? A lot of contact goes in and a trip to the free throw line. Oh, great take by Ali Ismail. Now has a chance to get to cut this down to a double-digit deficit. To a 2-possession deficit, excuse me. Well, as we've already mentioned with Ali Ismail, hasn't really had any double figures so far in the first 2 windows. Currently playing for Air Defense Sporting Club here in Iraq. Because he has featured in the FIBA Vassal in 2024 when he played for Al Shurta and also played for Al Difa Al Jawi. Because nearly averaged a double-double back in 2024. Ismail only with 1 point at the moment. Still a 5-point lead to Syria. Syria would love to go into the second quarter with a double-digit lead. But to do that, they've got to put the ball in the hands of Dante Lamont McGill. Oh, they turn it over. Now Iraq, it's a 3-on-2. Nice transition goes in. All of a sudden, it's a 1-possession ball game.
2 points scored by player
And the superhero off the bench. That man again, Mohammed Al-Khafaji. Oh, well, Syria make that 3 consecutive turnovers, and I think they're going to call timeout. The offense discombobulated, the frustration. You can feel it in the body language of both the coaches and the players. So we'll head down to Syria's bench to find out what the message is going to be. 1:48 left here in the first quarter.
Hello, طلع listen. إذا طلع عم يضغط على دونتي عادي. بلال Bilal, Basim, back screen. Now receive it against you. Or go there. Listen. Or go to Jersey or go to home. شبكة مثل امبارح عاد سنة سنتين. اهدوا. يلا هيك كمون. Stay calm. Rebound. Syria.
Well, Syria definitely started the game better between the two teams. I think the issue they're having right now is the defense. The pressure that's being applied from Iraq, against the likes of Dante Lamont McGill. He's only got 5 points, but he hasn't missed a shot so far this evening. 1 from the field, as well as 3 free throws. Iraq definitely have to make sure they keep scoring now. They're doing great defensively. Still looking for a first win here in the FIBA Basketball World Cup Qualifiers. Nice little dribble kick out. This is a wide open look from 3. Little hesitation. Iraq still haven't made a three-pointer tonight. McGill trying to turn up the speed here for Syria's offense. Hariri now looking for something, but that is going to be a traveling violation. So 4 consecutive turnovers for Syria. And Al-Khafaji doing it on both ends of the floor. Well, he's becoming a big impact player now for Iraq. Iraq can't cut it down to 1. And now Iraq will turn it. Khafaji that time losing control of it. Syria try to get something quickly here in transition. Just the FIBA Basketball being represented by so many players on both teams. Little paint entry pass, but too much on it. And that's going to be a turnover. Well, it's the right idea. Good seal off by Christian Marwan. But unfortunately, that is going to be a turnover. A little too much on the pass from Mohamed Bilal Adli. Potential 2 for 1 coming up here for Iraq. Nice little backdoor play. Al-Khafaji goes in and finishes. And now he's got 6 points. His 3rd field goal. And everything coming in the paint for Al-Khafaji. Roughly 3 seconds difference between game and shot clock. Can Syria get one final bucket? Definitely the man they want to go to. There's a deep contested 3 is up, way off the mark. And now Iraq can't go into the second quarter with the lead. As the penetration goes in, and Iraq, having trailed by as many as 8, will go into the second quarter with a 1-point cushion. Ali Yusuf elected to make the penetration, got right to the rack. And it's Iraq, who haven't won a game in the World Cup qualifiers, now riding on a surge of confidence. Time now to look at some of the key statistics here from the first quarter, and then we'll run down the best plays, moments, and highlights between Iraq and Syria. 3rd window of the 2027 FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers. We're live here in Amman, Jordan. There it is again, Ali Yusuf taking matters into his own hands. Well, Iraq have indeed attempted 7 3-point field goals. Syria have only converted 1 out of 4. Both teams have taken 4 free throws, but Syria haven't missed one yet. And Iraq, all the points have come inside the paint. 7 out of 11 so far. Well, there you have it. Let's look at the highlights from the first quarter. Well, Syria got things going very early with Mohamed Bilal Adli inside the paint. They started with him early at 1. So it was only 1 window ago these two teams first met, and then you can see again Bilal Adli with the rejection. The tumble up from both players that time. Yusuf Abdullah. Here's the handoff. Still haven't got the scoring going yet from Dante Lamont McGill. Here's a dribble handoff. Abdullah. What's that trying to find Dante Lamont McGill? Well, fans, scan the QR code to access, log into Courtside 1891, watch live streams, extended highlights of FIBA competitions, and much more. Courtside 1891, use that QR code today. Well, it's going to be Syria who have first possession. Remember, Iraq did win the initial jump ball, but they threw it away on the first possession. So welcome back live here at Amman, Jordan. It's going to be third window in the first round of the FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian Qualifiers. Syria's offense. Oh, it's just been turnover after turnover. One too many. Because we had a passage of play in the first quarter where they had committed 4 consecutive turnovers. Already, make that 10. Syria have 10 turnovers already here. And we've only just begun the second quarter. They have to take care of the basketball. Iran have also had their fair share as well. Well, backdoor play uncontested now, giving Iraq their first 3-point lead.
2 points scored by player
Iraq
number 8
right
for
now.
the team of Iraq.
Just building confidence play by play. Well, it's going to be a foul that time, so no traveling violation is going to be called against David Hermas. Sideline possession coming to Syria.
Fouled by
You can definitely feel the inspiration, the confidence flying here from Iraq. Well, this can level things up. They made 1-3 already. Not going to get this one. I believe Hermas. Not sure if this is a push in the back or a defensive. I think that's going to be, yeah. Foul's called against Hermas.
Fouled by
Well, that's a
player
3-point.
number
Now watch
15
here.
from
I think that's
Syria.
going to be a push in the back for sure. An illegal blockout called against David Hermas. Almost a minute played here in the second quarter. Iraq now looking for a 2-possession lead. Because the Iraqis would love to build on this possession. This little penetration out of control, and the bank is open.
2 points by player
Wow,
number 13
out of control,
from Iraq.
off balance, but Iraq will take it. So now they do have a 2-possession lead, something they haven't had in this game. And Iraq again, nearly forcing another Syrian turnover, but they recover this one. Great anticipation.
2 points scored by player number 2 for the team
My
of
Delby
Syria.
did fantastically there to prevent that one going back to Iraq. Little paint entry again. Al-Faji's got 6 points. Now missing that time, but it was a good move. Can Iraq cut it down to 1? Can they level things up with a 3-pointer? Hermas gets that handoff. Now pulls up from 15. That's way too short. Rebound has been collected. And Iraq want to run. Going all the way, losing control of it. Now I think that's going to go back to Syria, I believe. Let's have a look here. It's a great take by Tariq Al. Oh no, that's going to stay with Iraq. My initial thought was maybe Tariq Al-Jabi had the last touch, but the replay proved otherwise. Looks like Syria getting ready to make a change.
Substitution for the team of Syria. Number 2 out, number 9 in.
So coming in is Tariq. Well, checking in is Murad Zekwi, excuse me. Still a 3-point Iraq lead. Tough little turnaround. Another foul called. So that foul is going to be called against Ahmed Hariri. So 2 free throws coming up for Iraq. I feel like Syria just started to lose their composure on the defensive end. Iraq currently 2 out of 4 from the free throw line this evening. Second free throw good. Back to a 2-possession lead to Iraq. Over 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Iraq would have to win by 9 points to win the head-to-head. A foul is going to be called on the ground. You could just see Iraq's players defensively. They just want to make life very tough for Dante Lamar McGill. Syria inbound this one. Ahmed Hariri, now it's a dribble hand up. They go back to McGill. Little kick out here. This is where they've been good so far in the paint, and now cutting it down to 2 points. Nice execution there from Syria.
By player number 33 for the team of Syria.
This is better basketball from Syria offensively. The team that started better. Iraq haven't made a three, and finally get one to drop. Well, beautifully tucked away from downtown by Barushki. Fired Barushki, firing the first three-pointer for the Iraqis. Now Syria, they've made one, and now they make their second one. And Tariq Al-Jabi says, anything you can do, I can do better. You can see the confidence building between both teams. Well, there's the backdoor play. Good defense by McGill. The follow-up still no good. Syria come up with it. Now they can tie things up. Maybe take the lead. McGill, time, space, three. Got it! And there you have it. The chef. Only the starter. And we're just waiting for the main course. 8 points already from Dante Lamont Chef McGill.
Timeout.
Well, it's got to be a cooking show. A timeout's going to be called by Iraq. 6:30 to go here in the second quarter. Syria lead by 1. We'll head down to Iraq's bench to find out what the message is going to be.
اوكي علي محمد صلاح لا تاخذ على البوست ابني اطلع سوي بيك اند رول وين ايهاب اوكي ان ايهاب هنا شو ارتاح جود مان جود جوب باو عباس باو علي دبل دراج هنا انا راسه باو علي حتى ترجع تسوي سكرين لفريد اطلع ايهاب سوي دبل سكرين اوكي مراد هنا اطلع شير دبل دراج دبل سكرين فوق
بالاهبال اتحركوا
دائما اطلع فوق سوي سكرين ويا مراد اطلع سوي بيك فوق على الميدان.
Well, fans, scan the QR code to access the login to Courtside 1891. Watch live streams, extended highlights of FIBA competitions, and much more. Well, Iraq have had 18 points inside the paint. That's an area they've definitely dominated over Syria. Syria currently with 10. Both teams starting to find their rhythm from the three-point line. Only one three-pointer for Iraq. But as it stands, Syria now knocking down the third. It was a push to the ground. As Al-Zuhairi, I don't think he was knocked down, though, from David Hermes. I think he was pushed into his own teammate. Iraq get it back on the sideline. Almost 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Time winding down. Hermes forcing a turnover. Can Syria convert this one? McGill goes in around defenders. Counted. It's going to be a three-point play. As Dante Lamar McGill converting that turnover quickly into a fast break and one. Well, FIBA Vassal 2024, those 33 points put everybody on guard about Dante Lamar McGill, and now he's doing it here in the FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian Qualifiers. All roads, hopefully, will end in Doha, Qatar for either Iraq or Syria, or both of them. So our officials and players just trying to take care of a
substitution.
little bit of excess sweat that's on the court just to ensure the health and safety of all of our basketball players.
Number 9 out, number 13 in.
Well, Iraq led by as many as 5 points. That surge of confidence they were building from the defense, but now they could find the prospects or face the reality of going back down by 2 possessions. 10 points already this evening for McGill. And he converts a 3-point play.
Substitution for the team of Syria, player number 33 in, player number 33 out, player number 21
well, Christian
in.
Marwan leaving the game, so Omar Shakali checking into the lineup here for Syria. Rock have got to find a balance here in their offense. Heavy pressure coming against the ball screens, but finding ways out of it. And they'll make their second 3-pointer. That's big time.
Scored by player number 31.
Abbas Al-Kanawi now cutting it back down to a 1-point deficit. McGill working there with Hermes, tries to make a bit of contact and nothing but net again.
2-point score for player number 15 for the team of Syria.
Well, Hermes, I think, was expecting to get it at 1, but didn't quite get enough contact. And Iraq now hitting their third 3-pointer. Flying with confidence. Knocking them from downtown.
3-point score.
And again, we're level. Barushki with his second 3-pointer.
Iraq.
Syria get inside the paint, not allowing an offensive rebound. Iraq don't have the players ahead. Play it down, there's the baseline, goes in with reverse layup. Oh, he missed it from point blank range. And those are the shots you've got to be able to tuck away. Because McGill tries to go quickly, unable to finish. The foul is going to be called on the ground now. Is this on Iraq or Syria? There's McGill just trying to initiate the contact. I'm not sure who they've called this one on. That is going to be against Iraq. So they have no more fouls to give with 4:44 left.
Fouled by player number 31 for the team of Iraq. Substitution
That is going to be
for
called
the team
against
of
Abbas
Syria.
Al-Kanawi, number 31 of Iraq.
Player number 22 out, player number 3 in.
So Yusuf Abdullah
Substitution for the
is
team
going to check
of
back
Iraq.
into lineup
Player
here
number
for
24 out,
Syria.
player number 7 in.
Things getting a little bit physical and chippy between these two teams. Hermes trying to go for a back down. That's good paid defense, good protection, but it's an offensive rebound. And finally, Syria coming up with second chance points.
By player number 15 for the team of Syria.
Syria could lose this game and still have the positive prospects of getting into round 2, but they would have to ensure they don't lose by more than 8 points. Oh, nice little dime down. Got to finish this one. And Zuhairi just able to finish in a very tough situation. A lot of pressure coming from that play.
For the team of Iraq.
It's still leveled at 32 between both Iraq and Syria. Well, Syria will go for another 3. It's on target. Rebound has been secured by Iraq. A 3-on-3 in transition. Well, they've made 3 threes, and nobody going in from the weak side. Because that would have been a prime opportunity to go for an offensive board. McGill, 11 points, make it 14.
3-point score by player number
14
11
points already
team
for
of
the chef.
Syria.
I think we're hitting the main course already. Iraq had a good look from the perimeter. Well, now they're going to turn this one over. Well, they want to go to McGill. Well, they don't need to in the end, but, well, that's going to be a hard foul. Syria won an unsportsmanlike foul. As Yusuf Abdullah clotheslined, but I want to see how much. I think he got a lot of the ball hit.
Fouled by player number 13 for the team of Iraq.
That's a good foul. That's a good foul. Because the undeniable truth is that it, of course, is a foul, but I don't think it was too dangerous. Well, here is Chef McGill. And the Syrian fans right behind the bench, holding the Syrian flag. Love every moment that he cooks on the entrees. It's now Yusuf Abdullah looking to make this a 5-point Syrian lead with 3:20 to go here in the second quarter. Iraq now down by 5 points. They've made 3 threes. No one's going in for an offensive rebound. This offensive rebounding is a will, not a skill. Something this team desperately needs to try and pick up that, the first win, excuse me. Syria looking for their second win. Well, Herman's trying to go off the bank. Syria come up with a 50-50. Seven now on the shot clock here for Syria. Nice penetration, gets rejected. Well, good defense by Ali Yusuf. Well, Zinar Ali Yusuf, what a big time block. Yeah, and that's going to be a foul in transition committed by Tariq Al-Jabi. So Syria get it back, still leading by 5 points. Well, they turn it over, and they miss the conversion. Yusuf Abdullah now finding McGill. 2 defenders, now leads to a wide open 3 in the corner, and extending it back to an 8-point lead.
3 points.
The same lead they had in the first quarter. Sheikh Ali.
Team of Syria.
And that's their 4th 3-point field goal of the game. We nearly reached the 2-minute mark here in the first half. That's a silly foul to give away from Tariq Al-Jabi, because any foul, you just send Iraq to the free throw line. Iraq got 3 for 6, but you don't want to invite them into a comeback.
Foul by player number 9 for the team of Syria. Substitution.
So Johnstown, the chip-ins this 8-point deficit.
Player number 1 in, player number
Currently the free throw line here for Iraq is Sinan Ali Yusuf, who did have that excellent block against Yusuf Abdullah on the previous defensive play. Second free throw, no good. Still Iraq 50% from the charity stripe. Can Syria extend this? Can they make it a double-digit lead? One extra pass in the corner, another wide open look from 3-point now. Make it the 5th 3-pointer.
3 points.
Syria right now finding that confidence, rhythm, and identity from the 3-point line. 100 seconds remaining. Yusuf Abdullah now moving up to 7 points. Quickly converting down the other end, cutting it back down to an 8-point deficit. Nice move by Irhab Al-Zuhairi. Well, McCann has got, McGill, excuse me, now make it 17 points, and that's his third 3-pointer. Syria 6th.
For the team of Syria.
Well, there's a reason you put 2 defenders on him. That time he only had 1. Oh, nice fake out, and he fakes everybody. He faked the cameraman out. He faked the commentator out. And a timeout is going to be called. Everybody was taking the fake. What a penetration by Zinar Ali Yusuf. Timeout call. Both teams will talk it over. We'll head to the bench to find out what the message is going to be.
ما في وياه ما تستجل بس وقف فوقه Hey, listen. Hey, focus. Sorry. Donkey. Omar. David. Whoa. Sorry, Diamond. Well, how will you make it? Yusuf, go. To Donkey. Now, Omar, screen to David. I want to push inside. All right. Now, Omar, after you make the screen, go up. Okay? Go on. Try the phone. Because now, if they play that, you shoot. Okay? Don't just be in this area. Hey, listen. Hey, we are dropping 0. Don't keep this empty. Switch up.
Well, Syria's 3-point shooting currently. We're live here in the city of Amman, Jordan, the third window of the FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian Qualifiers. Syria currently have a lead against Iraq of 9 points. You're going to need an 18-point turnaround if they're going to win a head-to-head against Syria in this crucial Group C fixture. Syria currently off the back of a big defeat, a heartbreaking defeat if you like, against Iran. Time is winding down. Have to find something. Well, they don't get the three off in time. Now it went in, but now they can't go for a head coach's challenge. But I'm pretty sure that didn't get off in time. But a head coach's challenge can be used. Well, it's a great three-pointer. It'd be the second one if he did get it off in time, Omar Sheikh Ali. But only a replay from a head coach's challenge, unless the officials want to go for an official review. The head coach challenge has been made, so there's the penetration, there's the kick out. That's very close. Well, the decision has been made. No basket, and I think as you saw slow motion, the ball clearly hadn't left his hand before the shot clock had expired. That's a tough one there because a great build-up from Syria. I mean, it was a great penetration by Tariq Al-Jabi. And it would have been, as I already mentioned, the second three-pointer from Omar Sheikh Ali. Still a 9-point lead to Syria. If Iraq goes quickly, they can't go for a 2-for-1. Down by 9. Well, they've made three-pointers, and now make it 4. And that cuts it down to 6. Big-time play.
By player number 13 for the team of Iran.
Zanar Ali Yusuf. He's been a great defender. Now knocking down three-pointers. Now moving up to 9 points. Al-Jabi penetrates. Syria's been on fire so far. That time missing, unable to come up with the offensive rebound. And now it's Iraq, who can have the final play of the first half. Can they cut it down to 4? Maybe 3 with another three-pointer. Oh, they go for a deep 3. Nearly getting the bounce, but they won't go. End of the first half, live here in Amman, Jordan. It's Syria who have a 6-point lead against Iraq. Third window of the 2027 FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian Qualifiers. Both teams hoping that their roads will indeed end in Doha 2027 for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Well, the game did start slowly between these two teams, but when the perimeter shooting improved, business started really to pick up. I mean, think of the case of Syria. The 17 points come from Dante Lamar McGill. Really has been the big difference, but we're going to take a look at some of the key stats from the first half, and then we'll run down the best plays, highlights, and moments. Well, Iraq have definitely had more points in the paint. That's undeniable. Just the introduction of the key play coming off the bench, Mohamed Al-Khafaji, number 15, really opened up their offense. While Syria did end the first quarter with an influx of too many turnovers that was costly, Iraq did a very good job of converting most of those turnovers into fast break buckets. Well, there you can see Iraq 12 out of 20 from an inside the rainbow, converting 4 3-point field goals. Syria, a very impressive 50% from the perimeter. And you can see the rebound count. Syria just slightly edging out a lot better, but as I mentioned, Iraq 24 points in the paint to 14 against Syria. Combined total of 27 points have been converted from turnovers. Only 2 players in double figures. Zanar Ali Yusuf from Iraq and Dante Lamar McGill of Syria. We'll take a look at the highlights from the first half. goal, same vision, same aspirations to go where they've never gone before, and that is to a FIBA Basketball World Cup. The window now is third, trying to find out which two teams of these two out of the four in this Group C will make it to the second round of the FIBA World Cup Asian Qualifiers. Iraq on the one hand, not only are they looking for the first win, they've got to try to ensure they win the head-to-head and win by at least 9 points after losing to Syria by 8 in the previous window. While Syria may have opened their campaign in this window with a defeat against Iran, right now they're looking much better, more sophisticated. The R&D being led by Don McGill. What a magnificent opportunity it would be for either or both Syria and Iraq to play in the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Both countries, strong foundations within the game of basketball. Many of their top clubs do feature in the FIBA Basel. Like I say, it's about taking the national team to heights never been achieved, never been imagined before. Time the three-pointer coming from Yusuf Abdullah. 7 points so far in this game. He is Syria's second leading scorer this evening, right behind Dante Lamont McGill. And the chef, well, picking up right where he left off. 17 points in that defeat against Iran. So far, he's got 17 in the first half tonight against Iraq. Well, still another whole half of basketball to play. Both Syria and Iraq definitely want to battle it out here. If Syria wins this game, that might just all include them into the round 2 of the qualification. Fans will be back to the second half momentarily.
Charles, deep three is good. Ties it at 91.
Well, nearly got caught celebrating there, but Arakji off back down the other end, behind the back, and one finish. Another look at that.
Good steal, good read by Freeman. Goes behind the back, shears. Oh, the rejection. I don't think anybody saw Cody Stockman coming out there and swatting that one away.
And a drive through. No foul. Strong defense. Japan on the attack. Watanabe. That's the pass that they're looking for. Hawkinson with the delivery. Scoring touch. Just look at this. Get out of there. That is the block from Watanabe. He's all smiles. And look what happens. Big score, big moments.
Arakji. Oh, behind the back pass to Lawson. Beautiful pass. Easy finish for the big man inside. Magician.
9-point lead for China. Togashi hands it to Kirk. Kirk goes inside. Oh, that's a thunderous two-hander.
Yatsai, quick ball screen. Oh my goodness! Well, quick ball screen, slip screen in the end. Just monster dunk by Harrison, and he has no regard.
Wow. Not in this house.
Harris coming right through the middle. Look at that for a dunk. Well, Jalen Harris, look at the pass. It is top quality.
For Lebanon, looking to use his dribble, break the defense down, behind the back pass, and the finish from Haya, and the and one.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline. Are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
I'll go tax the closeout, feed Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
Welcome back, everybody. Live here in Amman, Jordan for the 2027 FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian Qualifiers. Currently, it's Syria who lead by 6 points against Iraq. Well, we're going to take a look at some of the key plays and highlights from leading scorers in this game for Syria. Indeed, it's Dante Lamar McGill who has 17 points, while Iraq at the moment being led by number 13, Sanad Ali Yusuf, who does have 12. Iraq right now dominating with points in the paint, 24-14, but Syria's 7 3-pointers out of 14, that 50% has kept them ahead. They've led by as many as 11 points in this matchup. Well, another opportunity for both of these two teams to go to heights they've never once achieved or never once reached, and that is to make it to a FIBA Basketball World Cup. Well, it's actually at the moment Adelby leading the rebounding at the moment, while Ajabi leading the assist category. Only 2 assists so far here for Syria. A lot of that has come down to the isolation play, the excellence of Dante Lamar McGill. Comes had an outstanding performance against Iraq the first time these two teams met, in which Syria did win by 8 points. That crucial 8-point marker is going to decide whether Syria hang on to third place here in Group C. Like any international basketball matchup or any group stage, no doubt both Syria and Iraq were looking at this Group C with the giants of West Asia and both Jordan and Iran thinking that will be tough. But third place, well, that could be a potential reality. And that's why this matchup is just so imperative. But as always, as expected, Dante Lamar McGill never short of expectations whenever he takes the basketball court. Some might even add in the early stages of this game that maybe he was taking a little bit too much time to get into this one, but that's how he plays. 17 points in one half. That's one of the reasons why they got him into this national team. Well, the area that was definitely affecting Syria's play was the turnovers. That was one thing that was hindering them a lot. One thing they've definitely battled out and also dominated apart from the three-point shooting has been the second chance opportunity points. Both teams combined total of 16 fast break points, 11 of those indeed going to Syria. But I think Syria, to seal this game off, they've got to minimize the turnovers, because they only committed 2 turnovers in that second quarter, 9 in total in the first quarter. While Iraq, as we mentioned, Sanad Ali Yusuf, number 13, leading with 12 points. The team that does have 4 3-point field goals, they're currently 4 out of 14. They've also missed 4 free throws, and if you think about it, make all of those missed free throw attempts, well, it's a one-possession ball game. Syria know that a loss tonight, well, it would be inevitable to admit defeat for the final game of this window. Like I said, Jordan currently undefeated. Iran currently 3-1. Their only defeat was against Jordan. While Iraq, well, they must win this game. If they don't win tonight, well, the last game will be nothing more than a consolation for them, and I guess to only look forward to the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers when we come back from Doha, Qatar in 2027. Also, you need to remember this is still the first round of games, the first 3 windows. Round 2 will see windows 4, 5, and 6, in which the results still play into factor. Like I said, neither Syria nor Iraq have gone to a FIBA Basketball World Cup. Iraq once, it was back in 1948, 78 years ago, played in the Basketball Olympics back in London, finishing in last place that summer. Players now going back to their benches, trying to get some final words of inspiration from their coaches, as now we're just moments away from getting back to the hardwood to get this one back underway. I think if you're Syria, you're going to draw a lot of confidence from your perimeter shooting, but I think more than anything, they want to get Dante Lamar McGill in the open floor, because the speed and the tenacious nature of this man, which he possesses in his offense, almost makes him unguardable. In the case of Iraq, or more so Syria, they know defensively they're going to have to try to protect the paint at all costs against Iraq's post-interior offense. It's an area that's always been a tough part for them in the first half, but Iraq know, well, this game is not impossible to win. They must keep playing. Three-point shooting has been okay. It's slightly improved since the opening minutes of the first quarter. Well, big shout out to our 3 referees this evening who've done a magnificent job. 2 of them, of course, you've probably seen in the BCL Asia East this season. Rabah Nujaim of Lebanon, Budi Marfan from Indonesia, and of course we have Natapang Jontapa of Thailand. The commissioner and technical delegate for tonight's game, Samson Arakelian. Well, fans, use that QR code and download the official FIBA World Cup Qualifiers app, where you can follow all your favorite teams and players right up until Doha 2027. Customize your experience and get all the best news, highlights, and content that matter to you most. Download it on your smartphone, tablet, or Android. See Syria just making... 5 comes, just saw Amar Delby there. Now in the case of Iraq, Zinad Ali Yusuf, their leading scorer, back on the lineup. Well, Iraq getting the first possession. Can they get off to a better start here in the third quarter? We're live here at the Prince Hamza Stadium in the city of Amman, Jordan, a Group C fixture in window 3 of the 2027 FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers. Syria lead by 6 against Iraq. Syria haven't come out of the man-to-man defense. Still trying to apply that pressure. A little backdoor action, but not a clear line there. Good help side defense from Omar Delby, number 2 for Syria. 9 seconds remain on the shot clock here for Iraq. Well, he turned it over. McGill comes up with it. Quickly fouled in transition. That's been an issue here for Iraq. They just cannot afford these costly turnovers. And that one's on Hamoudi. Hamoudi's still with only 4 points, which he picked up in the first quarter.
Fouled by player number 1 for the team of Iraq.
Syria now searching for the first points here in the second half. The face guarding. Now they want to go long here in transition. Oh, they're unable to keep this one alive. Right idea, though. But that should have been 2 quick points. Well, Hamoudi, of course, hasn't scored since the first quarter, as we mentioned. But he's got to keep that one under control. Still Iraq want to face guard McGill. McGill goes back door, now kicks out. They've made 7 threes. Now making 8. Not cooling down anytime soon. They had 1 3-pointer disallowed for the 24-second violation. But a second 3-pointer by Omar Sheikh Ali. Nice penetration in the lane by Hamoudi.
Score by player number 1 for the
That's
team
his
of
third
Iran.
field goal tonight. Zulfikar Hamoudi, one of the key aspects of this Iraq offense. Still Syria lead by 7. McKill's got 17. Are you kidding me? Dante Lamont, the chef, McKill.
Scored by player number 11
20 points
for the
already.
team
That's
of
his fourth
Syria.
three-point field goal. I don't think Iraq had figured out if he gets a bull screen, you switch right away. McKill comes over, force another turnover, but Iraq gets it right back. Nice little no-look diamond, a beautiful finish. Zulfikar Hamoudi, yet again,
For the team of Iraq.
doubling his points tally here in the first half, now moving up to 8. Back to an 8-point deficit. Good hands on defense. Swishful thinking for a backcourt violation, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Great defense. Oh, just a case of congratulating Ali Ismail, inviting the offense to go right into him.
Substitution for the team of Syria, number 3. And
Tariq Al-Jabi just out of control on that offense.
Substitution for the team of Iraq, player number 8 and player number 9 out.
Iraq looking to cut it down, back to a 6-point deficit, maybe 5 points. They have to go for a 5th three-pointer. A little high screen coming to keep this one under control. Jump pass, here's a wide open look. 3 is up, no good. But coming up with an offensive rebound, and now make it 10 points here for Zulfikar Hamoudi. Now becoming Iraq's second player to double figures, only 3rd in the game. Moody's 6 points have been indeed big so far here in this 3rd quarter. Now another 3 goes flying from Syria. That one unsuccessful. Iraq, can they make it a 2-possession ball game? Hamoudi goes all the way. Now make it 12 points.
2 points score for
8 points here in the 3rd quarter. Iraq's joint leading scorer. That's going to be a turnover. Oh, Syria, after building a double-digit lead, choking under intense pressure. Well, McKill asking for a head coach challenge. The problem is Syria already used that on the 24-second violation to find out if Omar Chek Ali, number 21, had made a 3-pointer. Iraq getting in the paint. Nice little handoff in around defense, but missing. Could have made it a 2-point deficit. Now here comes McKill. Kick out in the corner, and that's going to be another turnover. And you feel like it's becoming deja vu. The same story with Syria. They build a lead. Iraq find a way back. And Syria go on a passage of consecutive turnovers. They've got to be more cool, calm, and collected. That's a pump fake. Goes wrap round Fangirl, now makes it a 2-point deficit. Iraq finding a way back in this one as Ali Ismail.
Team of Iraq.
Oh, it's incredible. This game has become a roller coaster of emotions. Ali Ismail with his first field goal. Syria trying to find buckets. Almost turning it over again. Still hanging in there, a little teardrop on the baseline, unable to get it. And Iraq take care of the rebounds, and a foul is going to be called. That's going to be the second team foul against Syria here in the 3rd quarter.
Foul by player number 9 for the team of Syria.
Well, it's a nice little penetration teardrop, but that's great work by Al-Zuhairi, just preventing the offensive rebounding. Still plenty of basketball to play here in Amman, Jordan. Well, Syria only have one foul to give. 5:51 here in the 3rd quarter. Well, that foul indeed is going to be called against McKill. That's only his first personal foul, so no concern for him. Iraq can take the lead. A little too short on the three-pointer. Rebound comfortably collected by Omar Sheikh Ali. They want to find McGill. McGill being face guided. Now we're into 10 of the shot clock. There's the baseline penetration. A little Euro step action. The foul has been called, so a trip to the free throw line now for Syria. Remember, if Iraq loses this game, they will be eliminated from making it to round 2 of the World Cup qualifiers.
Foul by player
Even if they win it
from the team of Iraq.
Well, they'll do themselves a lot of favors if they can win by 9. That foul is going to be called against Ihab al-Zuhairi. So currently the free throw line is Mohamed Bilal Adli. Because he got the scoring going quite early here for Syria. He's been averaging 5 points and 7 rebounds per game so far here in the World Cup qualifiers. A member of Al-Wahda in Syria. Just another prominent player who has featured in the FIBA Vassal, also known as the FIBA West Asia Super League. Iraq trying to build something with a pick and roll. Oh, paint entry just throwing it away. Syria come up with a steal. They turn it back over. Iraq fighting for everything. Now with numbers. Looking to take this one. Gets rejected. Wow, Shukran Yalla. What a big time block. All right here. Goes up. Yalla Shukran. Thank you very much. No, sir. Mohamed Bilal Adli said, not in my house.
24 from the team of Iraq.
It's now under 5 minutes. Gill's got 20 points. Goes baseline. Out of control, unable to finish. Not a big margin between these two teams. Syria holding on to a slender 4-point lead. Well, there's a wide open look at the perimeter. Tough pass, pump fakes, goes in, unable to get the one, but a trip to the free throw line. And it's the man who came off the bench with 6 big points in the first half, Mohamed Al-Khafaji. That's a great baseline penetration by Barushki.
Number 21 for the team of
Barushki,
Syria.
third leading scorer tonight here for Iraq, but if Al-Khafaji can make both these 2 free throws, he'll be joint third leading scorer for the Iraqis.
Player number 33 in.
Just getting the free throw to bounce. Because neither Iraq nor Syria want to look back in this game and think the outcome could have been different had they made all the free throws. Iraq currently 6 out of 10 from the free throw line now. Can Syria find something with Dante Lamont McGill? Little kick out to the mid-range, not going to count. Syria battling offensive rebounds, and they get the one. And that is why second chance opportunity points so important. Yusuf Abdullah now moving up to 9 points. And if he converts this 3-point play, he'll become the second Syria player in double digits. Lights out, box out. Yusuf Abdullah says, I'll have some of that. Unable to convert the 3-point play, but still a 2-possession lead here to Syria. Iraq would love to go into the third quarter either leveling things up or having a lead here against the Syrians. Al-Khafaji in the paint, kicks out. Iraq, 5 threes, nearly getting it, but coming up with a 50-50. Another wide open look, defense closing out. Had an option with him, but elected to go himself, and now cutting it back down to 2.
2 points scored.
Syria wasted no time to get the ball in
from
bounds.
The team of Iraq.
She filled this team foreseeing that if they win tonight, eliminating Iraq, they'll go into the second round. Well, they get a wide open look in the corner. It's another 3 and make that the 8th three-pointer. Yusuf Abdullah now going up to 12 points.
Player number 3 from the
That's a
team of
huge
Syria.
three-pointer. The 8th of the game for the Syrians. Back to a 5-point lead. Well, Iraq going up for a tough one. Battling for offensive rebounds and now throwing it away. Syria have numbers. It's a 4-on-2. McGill penetrates. Goes in. He gets fouled. And awards himself 2 free throws coming up with Iraq down by 5. You feel the frustration from Mohammed Al-Khafaji. Well, 2:41 to go here in the third quarter. Timeout's going to be called. Both teams want to talk it over. Iraq will head to their bench to find out what the message is going to be.
انت مانك هنا انا قطاع وانت تتفرج عليه راح من صفحه لصفحه خليك ويا مانك نلعب مان تو مان مو صحيح صح اوكي اوفنسively باو علي ليش نوقف بالاوفنسively بدي ينجح عندي بتسوي دبل دراج بنسوي راسا نطلع مرادب بيدك الكره هسه زنار ما اشتغل اوكي مو بيدك الكره اشتغل لي انت راسا هنا هسه عندك علي وحتى بالفلير عندي بنتريشن باس فعلي هنا محمد صلاح هنا مراد وين الكره باو علي طلع لي هسه مين طلع لي هسه دبل سكرين هنا دبل دراج اوكي باو علي طلع لي فريد وارجع انت دبل سكرين الفريد ماشي دبل سكرين الفريد
Well, they're not out of this one, Iraq, but one thing they can't afford to do is the turnovers committed like they had down the other end. If they do turn it over, every player 1 through 5 has got to make that last gut effort to get back in time. Well, fans, use that QR code and download the official FIBA World Cup qualifying app. Register to play on the website. .241 left here in the third quarter. Dante McGill making this first free throw. Can he move up to 22 points? As he does just that. Five out of 5 from the free throw line. Actually has 22 points at the moment. We have a full court press coming from Syria. Because Syria in very strong position. Like I said, they could still lose this game and still make it to the second round. In 2 conditions. One, they don't lose by more than 8 points. And in that case, what a move going to the buckets.
2 points scored by player number 24 from Iraq.
Well, the second condition would be that Iraq don't win their final game. Just competition very tough in this group. McGill goes in, no foul given. There's going to be a foul on the baseline here. Now, I don't think it's McGill going to the charity stripe. Well, maybe it is actually. No, it's not. So it's actually Christian Maran going to the free throw line.
Fouled by player number 8 from the team of Iraq.
Well, can he make these 2 free throws? Put it back to a 7-point ball game. As he just misses the first one. Second one good. 6-point lead to Syria. 1 to 2 minutes. Can Iraq try to level things up going into the final 10? This time handling the full court pressure much better. But they're going to turn it over. Stepping out of bounds. Good defense from Syria. Well, they need that composure in their offense. Syria now going inside the paints. Check Ali trying to put some twisting, turning going on. It's a tough BEA, beautiful, old school. Back to the basket post move. Well, how often do you see those back to the basket post moves? Muhammad Ali just showing, or winding back the clock inside the paints. Iraq just right now, the offense completely discombobulated, no spacing. No areas to get inside the paint. And it's another turnover. So now we reach a minute to go here in the third quarter. Syria, can they make it a double-digit lead? Can they build on this one? A lot of reaching in the paint. No fouls to give. Nearly comes up with his own rebound. And that's going to be a 24-second violation. I'd say that's a moment of frustration. Because I think the problem was Mohamed Bilal Adli does have 9 points. He felt he got impeded on the first play.
Out, player number 31 in.
That's good defense. It was actually the defensive play prior to that where it's quite a hard reach from Muhammad Al-Khafaji, but have to play to the whistle at this stage. Iraq want to cut the deficit as much as possible. Double high screen coming. Now penetrates, nowhere to go. Al-Hafaji goes in and now sliced it down to 7 points.
2 points.
He's now got 10 points. Third Iraqi player in double figures.
For the team of Iraq.
Shot clock has been turned off. Iraq don't have any fouls to give. The double teaming McKill. They want to make him give the ball up. Baseline penetration, another kick out. They've made 8 threes. Now make it 9. Big time play by Yusuf Abdullah.
Player number 3 from the team of Syria.
That's a huge three-pointer. Shukran. Second three-pointer he's nailed down in the corner. Yalla Syria. Big time three-pointer to end the third quarter. Well, we're going to take a look at some of the key stats, some of the best highlights and moments here from the third quarter. We're live in Amman, Jordan for the third window of the FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian Qualifiers. It's currently a 9-point lead to Syria, the second meeting between these two teams here in the first round. Syria standing in third place with only one victory right behind both Iran and Jordan, who are undefeated. But Syria, right now, 11 three-point field goals, 58%. I mean, that's incredible. Iraq were 4 out of 14 at the end of the first half. They were 0 for 4 in the third quarter. But we'll take a look at the key highlights from the third momentarily. Syria turned up the gears here in the third quarter. The perimeter shooting has been excellent, to say the least. 4 crucial three-pointers. Is it enough to hold off and get this second win to try and get to round 2 of the FIBA Basketball World Cup Qualifiers? That's a key question that's going to be asked here on these Syrian players. I think one thing for sure is Syria have proven they don't have to be heavily reliant on Dante Lamont McGill. They only lost a couple of days ago when they went up against Iran. It's a tough defeat in which Syria came so close. 19 points from Dante Lamont McGill in that game. And only having one other play in double figures, and that was Mohamed Bilal Adli. Well, tonight, it's much better from the series. 3 players in double figures. Well, fans, use that QR code, scan the QR code to access and log in to Courtside 1891. Watch live streams, extended highlights of FIBA competitions, and much more. As now we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. Welcome back live here in Amman, Jordan. Syria currently leading by 9 points against Iraq. Gill's got 22 points, gets his pocket picked, goes out of bounds. Syria will get it back. quite an unnecessary foul to give away from Mohamed Al-Hafaji.
Fouled by player number 15 from Iraq.
First 13 seconds. He's trying to reach, that's for sure. I mean, it's just too much contact. You can see his coach saying to him, why? Iraq not out of this. Remember, they've got to win to remain in contention for the final day. Three-pointer goes a little too short. Iraq have got to find some build in their offense, some confidence. There's the isolation. Little turnaround mid-range. That's not a bad move.
Player number 24
cutting it back down to 7 points. And that was a great save by Ali Ismail. Now has 9 points. Nice little oh, are you kidding me? With a one-handed thunder dunk. And what a play by Mohamed Bilal Adli. Now going into double figures. Syria's third leading scorer tonight with 11 points. Iraq trying to go for a three-pointer. That's not going to go. Syria now in no mood to try and push the tempo too quickly. They have the momentum. A little step back to Chef. That time unable to convert the three-pointer. But Syria, they have a wide open look. They'll go this one from Al-Qurdi. And that's the 12th three-point field goal.
Number 8 from Syria.
Abdul Al-Qurdi. Big time three. That's a great way to get your first points of the game. Giving Syria their biggest lead of the night. Another shot in the paint. Now cuts it back down to 10. Already Syria finding two little mid-range inside the key. Still they trail by 10. Ali Yusuf moving up to 14 points. Now officially becoming Iraq's leading scorer. McGill goes off the dribble. He'll go for another three. Now he's got 25 points.
By player number 11 from
well, we're still on the main course. We won't get dessert until the final few minutes. And a 13-point Syrian lead. We played only 1:59 here in the fourth and final quarter. For Syria, it's about getting to the second round. And who knows, going to heights they've never reached before. And that would be a FIBA Basketball World Cup. Timeout called. We'll go down to the benches to find out what the coaches have to say. Still a lot of basketball to play here in the fourth and final quarter, but could it be the final 9 minutes of Iraq's contention to get into the second round of the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers? Welcome back. Live here in Amman, Jordan for window number 3. Syria had to play Iran as part of one of their games that they missed in the second window. That's good paint protection. The follow-up still unsuccessful. McGill comes up with a rebound. Now looking to push this one. Now Syria won an unsportsmanlike foul to be called against Zinad Ali Yusuf. So no upgrade made. That's going to be a sideline possession coming up for Syria. Well, they're going to go to the monitor now to review this. So we'll find out if this foul needs to be upgraded to unsportsmanlike. Well, the interpretation from this play, the defense from Zina Ali Yusuf, was that a genuine attempt to reach for the ball? Or was the contact excessive enough to try and upgrade this to an unsportsmanlike, which would mean Dante Lamont McGill, who has 25 points, will get 2 free throws, and Syria would be awarded the ball back in possession. Well, the decision has been made. No upgrade necessary. So it's only going to be a sideline possession for Syria. Still leading by 13 points. 7:43 to go here in the fourth quarter. I think you can hear the beautiful songs, the chants coming from those Syrian fans.
Number 13 from the team.
Make the journey down here to Amman Jordan. McGill goes back door. Everybody getting nutmegged on that play. That's going to go back to Iraq, though. I think the chants of Syria from those fans. I mean, this country, they love basketball so much. Because for them, what strides it would be in their basketball development. Still plenty of time in this game, but if they get that second win, who knows? Maybe dream a little bit more. They'll have to go up against Jordan in their final game here in this window. Ali Yusuf out of control, nowhere to go. Ball didn't touch the rim, they got to shoot it. Well, they get the 3 off in time, and they cut it down to a 10-point deficit. This game far from over. A huge 3-pointer by Ali Ismail. He's now the 4th Iraqi player in the double figures. And Syria have a wide open layup. Iraq's defense left exposed. Marwan that time just does a good drop.
Point score by player number 13.
Taking advantage of the wide opening gap.
Iraq
will go for another 3. Confidence is contagious.
3 points scored
Ali
by
Ismail all of a sudden becoming Iraq's leading scorer, 15 points. Made both 3-pointers here in the fourth quarter. Now Ismail, I believe, is taking a shot, hits a sternum. Play's allowed to continue. Foul has been called. 2 free throws coming up. Ismail's on the floor in a world of pain at the moment. May have just got winded on this play, probably. Let's have a look here. Right there. Wow. Not sure anybody wants to take that kind of shot from Mohammed Bilal Atli. But unfortunately, that happens.
Substitution for the team of Iraq. Player
a play was allowed to continue, in which Marwan was fouled. So you'd assume that we're going to the free throw line here, but so exactly now they go into the free throw line. Can he put this back up to double digits? Because he was 1 out of 2 from his last trip to the charity stripe.
Player number 15 for the team of Iraq.
That one way off the mark. Can he make it a 10-point ball game? 6-18. That's not a high mountain, though, for Iraq to climb. A game they have to win to remain in contention to get to the second round. Oh, I miss them both. Iraq come up with a rebound. Ali Ismail, they're now leading scorer. He's made his last 2 threes. Not going to get this one. Iraq battling for the offensive rebound. Fighting for another chance. Just wonder how much gas is in the tank now with this team. The amount of minutes some of these key players have played, but another unsuccessful 3-point attempt. Miscommunication there from the Iraqi defenders. That goes out of bounds. Syria will hold on to this. Well, looks like a timeout's going to be called by Syria. 14 on the shot clock for them. We'll head down to their bench very soon, but I would imagine now the message is going to be from the Syrian players to play with a cool, calm, and composed nature. And just listen to those Syrian fans. What an atmosphere. And that's what international basketball is all about. These windows giving federations, as well as the fans, a chance to see their national teams play. But I'm just wondering, in this timeout, there's plenty of time on the shot clock, but one thing they don't want to allow is, look at the stats here in the fourth quarter, both teams practically level. But you don't want to allow Iraq any confidence, any belief that they can find a way back in this. Because if Syria do lose hold of this one, well, then they would have to win their final game, or at the very least, hope that Iraq doesn't beat Iran. What's a big moment now for these Syrian players? 5:42 left. Because going to the promised land of international basketball, the highest level of any international competition, a FIBA Basketball World Cup. That's what it's at stake at the moment. 25 points for Dante Lamont McGill. Well, McGill will inbound this on the sideline. That's going to be a foul. That's an offensive foul, so not exactly what Syria wanted from the timeout. And this just gives Iraq further belief. But, like we saw in the lost offense, do Iraq have the stamina to try and muster something from any offense?
Fouled by player number 13 for the team of Syria.
That's the right call there, because Mohamed Bilal Adli just pushing off there with his right arm. High screen action coming. Smiles got one thing on his mind. That's another three-pointer. Well, this would cut it down to 6 if he can make it. Huge three-pointer. 3 big threes in the fourth quarter for Iraq. And this time, indeed, it is Abbas Al-Kanawi. Well, they come up with a steal. But in the end, stepping out of bounds. But you can just feel that confidence. 3 times Iraq have had to come back down from double digits. There's now Ihab Al-Zuhairi back in the lineup here for Iraq. The play, they want the ball in the hands of. Well, jump pass, another wide open look. Syria's made 12 threes, not going to get this one, but a crucial offensive rebound. Iraq face guarding McGill at all costs. Seconds dwindling down. Another look in the corner, another three. Well, he may struggle from the free throw line, but no problem from downtown for Marwan.
Player number 33 for the team of Syria.
And that is a confidence blower to Iraq. Nice little pick and roll sequence and a nice finish by Zuhairi. Now it's only 7 points, 4:30 left.
By player number 0 for the team of
Iraq not out of it completely. But they're going to continue to need to get stops. Play it down. Wide open look in the corner. Another three. A little short that time. Iraq potentially 3 possessions. Definitely 4 from taking the lead. Plenty of time in this game. Another little pick and roll sequence goes in the lane and now cuts it down to 5. It's a 2-possession deficit.
Number 0 for the
Ihab Al-Zuhairi, 4 straight points off the bench. Iraq, that's their final foul to give away. And why use it there? Well, we're going to find out how costly that decision is.
For the team of Iraq.
Only 5 points separates these two teams with 3:53 to go. Well, that's another wide open uncontested look. And that's way off the mark. Syria, they save it from going out of bounds. A foul is going to be called. And that's exactly why that previous foul by Al-Zuhairi was just so unnecessary. Because now, well, may not be the worst foul in the world. Because Marwan who hasn't been the most consistent free throw shooter.
By player number 24
Considering he
for the
did
team
make
of
that last
Iraq.
three-pointer, is at the charity stripe. He's 1
Substitution
out of
for
4 from the
team
free
of
throw line.
Syria, player number 4 in, player number 8
Now, is this
out.
3 free throws or 2? Al-Khoury going to the bench for Syria. No problem this time. Well, if he makes his free throw, he will indeed actually become the 4th Syrian player in double figures. So it was only 2 free throw attempts. 10 points tonight for Christian Marwan. Still this time here for Iraq. Little dribble handoff sequence, goes in for the layup. Oh, misses, hitting the back iron, and that is deadly. Because that could have cut it down to a 5-point deficit. Syria. Wow, just another 50-50 that I'd have to agree with the official. That's a foul. It's a gamble by Ali Ismail, but there's no need to gamble at this stage. Let's have a look here.
Number 24 for the team of Iraq.
Well, his argument is that he got the ball, but anytime you go for those 50-50s at this stage where you don't necessarily need to foul. Well, missed the first free throw, but still can make it an 8-point ball game if he converts this one. Miss them both. Iraq, another chance. Over 3 minutes left, down by 7. They need something here. Make this a 2-possession ball game. Little pick and pop action coming. Al-Zuhairi in the corner. Iraq seem like they want to go for a 3-pointer. Finds a way to the bucket, now finishes under pressure. And back to a 2-possession deficit. What a play by Ali Yusuf.
For the team of Iraq.
And that officially makes him Iraq's leading scorer at 16. Iraq. Oh, it's a carrying violation. Incredible. I think everybody stopped to think that Mohammed Bilal Adli had been fouled. .245 left. Now you hear the Iraqi fans chanting Iraq's name, as they could very well make it a 1-possession deficit. Now, only a reset of 14 on the shot clock, so not a full 24. So now Ali Yusuf inbounding this. Al-Zuhairi. Now finding Al-Kanawi. He's got to go quick. Time is winding down. Another penetration. Dish off goes in. A lot of contact. Now, did it get off? No, 24-second violation. Well, Hamoudi went in for the follow-up, but just didn't get there in time. That's what you want from Hamoudi, but unfortunately, time had expired. Well, actually, it was Ali Ismail with the follow-up. It was Hamoudi with the initial attempt. Big three coming from the chef. Unable to convert. Iraq come up with it. And that's only going to be Syria's second team foul. And McGill's second personal.
Fouled by player number 11 for the team of Syria.
Still over 2 minutes left. 5-point ball game. Can Iraq now make it for a second consecutive attempt? A 1-possession deficit. Nice little step through action, and what a finish by Ihab Al-Zuhairi. A big-time play. And make him the 5th Iraqi player in double figures. Oh, Syria, they're gonna turn it over. 1:50 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And that was the player you want to find wide open. 15 points from Yusuf Abdullah. But he flashed to 45 degrees. And with his three-point shooting tonight, you could count he was going to make that one. Iraq still in this. Still fighting for another game day to try and get to the second round. Big moment now here for Iraq. Hamoudi Throwing it down low. Al-Zahari goes for the one-legged fadeaway, and that's way too short. Not the attempt Iraq wanted. There's no need for Iraq to foul here. Absolutely no need. Still face-guided McGill. They don't want the ball in his hands. Syria now under 10. They've got to make something decisively. Little step through action. Little three in the corner. Yalla Syria! Shukran with a big-time three-pointer.
Scored by player number 4 for the team of Syria.
BC with his first 3 points of the game. And what a time to score. Well, Iraq have got to go 2 for 1. And you got to think they might want to go for 2 3-pointers. There's one. And it won't go. Oh, did he need to save that? I think that would have been knocked off a Syrian player, but Syria get it back. And now you listen to those Syrian fans. And a timeout is going to be called. Let's have a look here. I think he could have left that.
Timeout by the
I think
team of
Ihab
Iran.
Al-Zahari wasn't aware that that touch didn't come off his own teammate. Now, if you're Syria, surely you maybe want to think about advancing the ball, but considering there's 46.8 seconds left, maybe you gamble with the fact of having that in your own backcourt. Well, they're going to need a miracle now. They've done so well every time they went down by double digits to find a way back in this, but just not quite enough here from Iraq to really cement any prospects of a potential victory. Now remember, if they lose this game, they will be eliminated. They will not be able to get to round 2 of the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers. Those fans have made the journey here to Amman, Jordan, this beautiful country, this fantastic capital city that's seen many great historical nights in international basketball. Go back to the 2019 FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Of course, when Jordan had an infamous dominant victory led by Dot Tucker against China, this arena was bouncing. So no advance of the ball. Syria have no issues getting it up the floor. Well, Syrians now will patiently just pass the ball around, but a foul is going to be committed now. 3 out of 6 from the free throw line from Marwan. Fouls committed by Ali Ismail.
Fouled by player number 24.
Well, he can extend this to either a 7 or an 8-point lead if he makes either 1 or 2. Makes the first one. Since going 1 out of 4 from the free throw line, Christian Marwan has been much better from the charity stripe. 4 players in double figures. Christian Marwan, one of them. 11 points. Iraq, no time to waste. They've got to get the ball at the floor. They must go quickly. The foul is going to be committed. Not a bad foul, because only the 13th foul against Syria.
Substitution for the team of Iraq.
Well, double change coming in for Iraq.
Player number 24.
Ali Ismail, who had 2 crucial 3-pointers here in this 4th quarter. Unfortunately, he's going to leave the game. 15 points line. Iraq's second leading scorer.
Number 33 from the team of Syria.
Well, those Syrian fans, it's going to be joys and glee, but both of them want to raise that flag knowing what a big imperative victory this is going to be for them. It looks like Ihab Al-Zahari is going to leave the game. Well, there's no time to waste. They got to go quick. Trying to muster something baseline. A foul has been called on the ground. That's going to be Syria's 4th. Oh, no. Turnover. And now you can sense it. Their moments. This would be a crucial, huge, monumental second win for Syria here in the World Cup qualifiers. McGill going all the way. He's fouled, so with 13 seconds left, he'll go to the free throw line. 25 points tonight for Dante Lamont McGill.
Fouled by player number 13 for the team of Iraq. Substitution for the team of Syria, player number 24 and player number 13 out.
Well, a big performance tonight from Mohamed Bilal Adli. 11 crucial points in the 29 minutes. And he's been incredible. Third joint leading scorer tonight for Syria with 11 points. And there's the man who's led them. Because 34 points the last time they played against Iraq in that 8-point win. 27 this evening. Iraq got to get it in bounds. Consolation all at this stage here for the Iraq national team, but they'll finish this one. Slicing it down to a 7-point deficit. That time by Barushki. Syria still, and what a rejection. And I think that was a polite reminder from Zinad Ali Yusuf that, listen, you've won the game. It's all over at this stage, and well, I'm not sure Omar Makanas got the memo. I think he wanted his first field goal. Get it inbound. There's the final three. It's up, and it's buried. Yalla Syria. They'll win this one 92-81. Al-Qurdi with the final three-pointer. The second win for Syria here in the Group C. Well, could it be enough? It may as well be enough. This second victory for them gives them the head-to-head against Iraq. They'll cement that third position in the third window of the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers. Question now for Syria, where next? Well, sky is the limit. The road to Doha 2027. That is going to be the test now. A huge monumental win for Syria, not once, not twice, but 3 times. They had to hold off a potential comeback from a very determined Iraqi national team. Well, the respect and homage being paid from both the Syrian and Iraqi players after this game. A big win for Syria. Their fans who've made the journey here to Amman, Jordan can finally celebrate. Well, we'll take a look at some of the key stats and highlights from this game, but what a finish in the end. Because Iraq, for the entirety of the game, they dominated inside the paint, 54-22, but, you know, Syria was simply unstoppable. Where they were excellent was the three-point line. Syria's three-point shooting, I mean, that's as great as it's going to get in international basketball. 6 out of 29 from the three-point line for Syria. Yalla Syria. Huge monumental victory for this national team. Failed to qualify in 2019, also failed in 2023. They've been to 7 FIBA Asia Cups. But to go to heights they've never reached before, the highest level of international basketball, can Syria make it to a FIBA Basketball World Cup? As mentioned, all roads will end in Doha 2027, Qatar, for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. And we would love to see Syria there. Country that has, well, a beautiful country that does have passion for the game of basketball. We've seen their elite teams play in the FIBA Vassal. And it's that three-point percentage. Iraq, just not quite there. Of course, less than 50% made three-point attempts than Syria tonight. That was the difference. Syria out-rebounding Iraq 37-30. Of course, Iraq did have more assists, 26 more assists and less turnovers for that matter. But, well, you could say it was a good game of basketball. Iraq were good, but Syria was simply better. Well, it's time now to take a look at some of the key highlights and best moments from this game, but a magnificent performance from the game's leading scorer, Dante Lamont McGill. An incredible performance. An outstanding atmosphere from both the Iraqi and Syrian fans this evening. I can only equate this to when, go back to 2020 when Syria played against Saudi Arabia in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. We're in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and Syria, an inspiring overtime win. That time their fans made the journey, they just gave such an incredible atmosphere as away supporters. And I reiterate, that is what international basketball is all about. That is what the FIBA World Cup or Continental Qualifiers are all about. Bringing fans personified more for their love and support of their national teams. Well, you thought Iraq were going to make one last comeback. They got within 2 points. Big time one-handed jam from Zinad Al-Yusuf. Mohamed Bilal Adli, excuse me. It's the three-point shooting that was simply unstoppable this evening from Syria. 16 converted, shooting just under 60% from the three-point line. It's a good passage of play from Iraq, Zinad Al-Yusuf in that fourth quarter. Some big moments played also from the bigs on both ends of the floor on offense and defense, but serious paint protection. Just doing enough. Two crucial three-pointers made by Ali Ismail in the fourth quarter. While Christian James Marwan finishing with 11 points. Two of the three-pointers by Ali Ismail. Really getting to them within touching distance. Unfortunately, the road does end. They'll have one final game, Iraq. Simply be a consolation for their final matchup here in the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers. And that was the third three they made here in the fourth and final quarter. Well, that was the dagger from Marwan. Almost cementing the inevitable defeat of Iraq, but also some good moments from Ihab Al-Zahari here in the fourth quarter. Coming up big time. Well, fans, that does it tonight here in Group C between Iraq and Syria. Another game coming up later on this court in which Jordan will be taking on Iran. More games to come up here in the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers, but for now, it's goodbye, and we'll see you for the next game.